Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is TheAtg Gaming, and today I'm going to show you 5 things that you probably didn't know about Battlefield 1. The Great War. It lasted from 28th of July 1914 to the 11th of November 1918. But this could actually not be the case in Battlefield 1. Just before the worldwide reveal of Battlefield 1, there was actually a leak which leaked the fact that it would be set in World War 1, the title, and pretty much everything about the game. It also said that it would be set in an alternate reality timeline. But the phrase alternate reality is a very loose phrase. It could mean anything from 50% of World War 1 weapons to 50% laser rifles, but could still be in World War 1. But from what we've seen so far, it does look like DICE is sticking to the original First World War idea. In all of the battlefields before Battlefield 1, there was the ability for the player to get into a vehicle, and then to exit the vehicle. However, in Battlefield 1, that will not be the case, because once you're in, say, a tank, that will be your role. Kinda coming up from the last fact, that does actually stick to World War 1 and how it was actually fought, because it wasn't very likely that people in a tank would actually get out and then start quick-scoping people in the face and stuff, and if they did, they weren't actually armed with proper weapons, so it'd be stupid if you could just get in and get out of your tank that easily. The campaign will be centered around not 1, not 2, not 3, but several different actual people who fought in World War 1. This is going to add a completely next level of depth onto campaign storylines. I think the last campaign that I played that had more than, I think, 2 characters in was Grand Theft Auto 5, and having 3 characters in a game was considered absolutely insane, and possibly even over the top. With several different characters, it does actually allow the campaign to tell stories from all across the war, so maybe one of the characters will be fighting in the Western Front, maybe one of the characters will be fighting in the mountains of Italy, and maybe another character will be fighting in the deserts of Arabia. Battlefield has always been known for explosions and massive destruction. Of course, it's pretty obvious that there's going to be a lot of destruction, as with all the past Battlefield games, so in Battlefield 1, instead of seeing C4, we will be seeing dynamite that we can throw and then detonate with, like, one of those fucking pump things. Bayonet charges. Of course, in the First World War, there were bayonet charges, where basically a line of infantry would get out of the trench and literally just run at the enemy. Later on, there were systems that would fire artillery in front of them, and then the line would move forward, more artillery would be fired, and then they'd move forward, etc, etc. I'm not sure if the developers have confirmed this, but it is likely that the bayonet charges in Battlefield 1 will be forced, or at least give the player some sort of consequence if the player pussies out as, like, a coward. This is because in the actual Great War, deserters were shot if they decided to refuse orders. Also, along with bayonet charges, there will be different kinds of melee weapons, so we'll be seeing, like, the club, which had nails coming out of it. We're going to see this big spade, which were all actually real weapons used in the First World War, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. And it adds to another layer of complete gore and absolute destruction and brutality. But if anything's for sure in Battlefield 1, it's going to be that it's an amazing game. This is the first time in history that a AAA studio has created a World War I first-person shooter. And from DICE's track record on Battlefront and Battlefield, it really looks like this was the perfect developer to actually put this forward and make our dreams of a AAA World War I shooter possible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.